Hey guys, Lindsay here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are finally going to be looking at the next monochromatic palette from ColourPop, the Orange Jubilade All Orange palette. So I was actually really excited about this one. The yellow and the orange were the two that I had been looking the most forward to as they started releasing more. I really wanted orange, I really wanted yellow. So we got our yellow palette. Now we have our orange palette. I love orange. I love orange and pinks. Those are kind of my version of neutrals. Like if I was gonna go with like a neutral eye, like a quick throw one or two shadows on and leave the house, it would more than likely be a pink shadow or an orange shadow. And then you get into like the rest of the colors, which I enjoy equally as much. Like I love all these little monochromatic palettes, but I would be most likely to reach for like a pink, peach, or orange type of shadow and just like go to work or something like that. So we're gonna do a look with the Orange Jubilade palette today. And if you haven't seen it already, I will show you what it looks like. So here is a little from the distance and then up close. So I really do like this one. I have the Soul palette, so I can do maybe some comparison swatches at the end if you're curious. I like both. I don't really see a bunch of shadows that I think would be overlapping shades when I look at it, maybe one or two, but we'll see. Well, we can swatch them. I haven't even swatched this one yet, so maybe I'll do a little live swatching of it. I did also pick up, well, I ordered two of these little lippy crayon things, but they only sent me one, so I have to email them about it. I didn't get one of the new orange ones. I actually got two that I was more interested in, which was Rise and Shine, which is this one right here. And then I also got the s'more one, but that's the one that's missing. They did release a bunch of other stuff in this collection. Jelly Much shadows. I think they had some Super Shock shadows. I already have the orange liner puppy, which is like the most complimentary one to this collection. But I did also go ahead and pick up the pretty neon orange one. This one is called Oonce. So I picked this one up too. So I figure between these two, we will have some fun orange liners. So just like all the other ones, this palette retails for $12 and it is still in stock. I love these little guys. I think they're great quality. Again, this one has a pressed glitter in the center, just like the yellow palette did. I'm still not a fan of that. I really wish they would do a Super Shock or just do a shimmer. I don't really want a glitter in every single palette. I will say, however, this glitter does look really pretty, so I may or may not use it. We'll just see what the mood feels like when I get around to it. So let me go ahead and zoom you in a little bit closer and we'll do just like a quick, messy live swatch and then we'll throw the look on. All right, so those are all the swatches. They're definitely really pretty shades. I do think there's this one, it doesn't really strike me as orange. It definitely reminds me more of like a coral color. I don't know. It kind of reminds me, that's the one that reminded me the most of one of the colors from the Soul palette. This one right here makes me think of Kraft mac and cheese. Like it immediately made me think of Jay Kissa and how she's always talking about how she loves a mac and cheese orange eyeshadow. And I'm sad to say, but I actually really love the way this glitter looks. I really didn't want to like it, but it's really beautiful. I might use it today, we'll see. So yeah, let's start on this look. I am gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the ABH primer and then we will get started. I think I wanna do maybe like a gradient kind of crease. So I'm gonna start out with Sunkissed and I'm gonna pop this into the inner part of the crease, just kind of stamping at first. All right, and then I'm gonna jump into Rise and Grind and kind of finish off the other half. They shouldn't look too different, at least not from what I see on my arm, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, it's not too different. I might pop a little bit of Mimosa Mami in the center to add like a weird little brightness. I kind of like that. Gonna blend them together softly. And then on the outer corner, I kind of want to bring it out a little bit into like a little V, and then I want to darken it up. Actually, maybe I'll go ahead and jump into it. I'm just gonna keep on using this brush, why not? I'm gonna go into Ya Pale Me, which also doesn't really strike me as orange, kind of like a, well, like a burnt reddish, orangish brown. But I want to kind of sketch out my wing with this one. Pack some on the lid. We're going minimal brushes with this look, which is probably good considering I already need to wash my brushes again. I'm just doing a little diagonal here and then kind of work on softly dragging it. I'm just kind of flicking. I am gonna jump back into the other orange though. Rise and grind, and add a little bit more orange. Kind of bring it down a little onto that. And then a little bit more of the Peel Me. Just make sure it's nice and deep and then flicking out. All right, I am gonna take just a clean brush real quick and just kind of buff the edges up here. I like that. I think I'm gonna cut the crease. Just because on the inner portion, I think I wanna do the glitter. So I want it to have basically like a bright, clear, or clean base underneath it. So I'm really just gonna focus on cutting out this inner portion. Because I have a feeling that the shimmers will cover up these shadows just fine, but just like this little inner part right here where I know I want to put the glitter, I'm gonna cut that. And really, that's all I'm gonna do is that. I'm just gonna tap it down. I think I will do the glitter or the shimmers first. What color do I want to use? I think I'll just use all of them. Why not? So we're gonna start with Squeeze Me, this one. I'm gonna pop that on this outer part. I'll go back and blend after. So that, and then Tangerine Dream. That one's kind of in the center. And then I think I am gonna use, I'm just gonna take this regular brush right here, a little bit of Zested, this one. It's pretty much like my skin color practically. I'm just gonna tap that over the top of the concealer. And then I'll pop the glitter over the top of that. I'm gonna go ahead and fix the shadow part real quick. Just kind of taking that brush I was using earlier. And I haven't even added any extra product. I'm just using whatever might be left on it to kind of buff these little edges. I'm gonna take a brush into the Squeeze Me shade just a little bit. And then a little bit of the Rise and Grind, I think. That blends better, I think. All right, now the glitter. Hopefully I can get this on easily. I'm just gonna use my pinky and pack it into this little inner part. Actually, it works really nicely just to stamp it, actually. I will kind of take it and tap over the upper part. That is actually really pretty. Okay, I think I can get away with using my Collective Cosmetics highlighter in Emblazoned. It's kind of got like a slightly fiery undertone. So just with a pencil brush, I'll grab a little bit of that. Pop it on the inner corner and kind of spread it around. Okay, so now that I have a little base of a highlighter, I will take my pinky again, grab some of that glitter, and again, press it. The lower lash line, I'm not gonna do much. I'm just gonna add a little bit of like depth to it. So I'm gonna take a creamsicle on a fluffy flat brush and just kind of buff that underneath. That showed up a little bit more than I thought it was going to. Let's go over it with Zested a little bit. I really didn't think it was going to be that pigmented, even though I should have from the swatch. And then I'll go back into creamsicle for just a little bit. And I am gonna kind of flick it underneath what's going on out here. Very pretty. And then, have I used every shadow in here yet? I think I have. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of this one, the little flat pencil. I think I will just do Sun-Kissed on the inside and Rise and Grind on the outside, basically following what I did on the upper. I'm just gonna kind of tap this along the lash line. Going halfway, and then switching to the darker one, Rise and Grind. I'm kind of just feathering it down when I do it. All right, guys, that is it. I actually love the way this turned out. It's so pretty. I think I want to go with the brighter orange. So this was Ounce. All right, so that is officially it for the look. Now I've got glitter going down my nose. Okay. Let me add a pair of lashes, catch the other eye up, and I'm gonna see if this just a tint lip goes. It may or may not. I feel like I kind of want to do like a deep brown or something, but we'll see. Let me do all that and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. And then we can also do some comparison swatches. Okay, so this is the finished look. Let's see, what all did I add? I did a pair of Alien Cosmetics lashes in the style Earthling. And then for lips, I decided I almost went with like a nude gloss. I actually put a nude gloss on and then I was like, nope, I'm gonna do something different. I'm trying to get myself to use like all the millions of lip products I have over here. So I decided to go with a ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip. This is the one that came with the main squeeze, one of those like little mini collections. This one is Swing Away. I kind of am now remembering why I didn't like some of the blotted lip formulas as much, because it's just like, I know it's supposed to be blotted, but I just don't feel like I'm getting even coverage. I even tried like tapping it out and I still am not feeling like I'm getting even coverage, but I like kind of the boldness of the pop of like kind of pretty pinky red with the orange eyes. I think they go nicely together. So yes, overall, happy with this palette. I do really like the colors in here. I thought everything performed that I tried. Everything performed really nicely. I think I actually used every shadow in here, did I? I did. I used every shadow in the palette. Even if it was just in like some minor little way, essentially I did use every shadow. I really like the main two mattes that I used, which were Rise and Grind and especially Sun-Kissed. Love, love, love those. This one's a fun one. I don't really feel like it fits with the palette personally, but it did add a nice little pop of a brightness when I did it in the center of the matte portion up there, and I feel like it ties in with the lips also. I like having this shade in here. It's darkening it up, but I don't feel like it turns too brown, so I like that. I really like this shade. It was more pigmented and a little deeper than I expected. And this one's nice. I don't think it's necessary. I think they could have easily traded that out for a lighter shimmer like I would have loved. I really wish they would just include some kind of like white with a shift in each of the monochromatic palettes. You know, we kind of got that with the blue one. We had like the white with the blue shift to it. I think we've probably gotten that in some of the other ones too. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I would love to see that, like the white with the green shift, white with an orange shift, white with the yellow gold shift, you know, just so that you have, I love the way those types of colors look as they pop on the inner corner. But you know, that's just me. And I don't hate the glitter Clementine. I actually think it's really beautiful. I think it goes on really easily. I'm very surprised at how easily for a pressed glitter, it picks up really quickly on the finger just by barely touching it, and it deposits really easily too. I'm sure it's still gonna be a pain in the ass to remove my makeup tonight, and that's why I hate putting glitter on, but I really like this look and I'm glad that I used it. So let's do a little comparison with these guys. All right, so we have, I'll keep them back here so hopefully it won't throw the light off too much. So the orange palette and the Soul palette. When I look at them side by side, I see four. I see 4 shades out of this entire palette that could be close. I don't think they're going to be identical when we swatch them, but they're close looking. So I will swatch them side by side on this arm. Why not? Because it's clean. These are all of the shades that look very close and very similar amongst the palettes. So it's 4 shades total. They are pretty close. So I would say that if you have Soul and you're not just addicted to collecting all of the monochromatic palettes like I am, then you probably don't need the orange palette unless you specifically like the bright orange matte shades. That's really the more unique thing that you're getting here. You're getting these gorgeous bright matte shades. You're getting this kind of orange, yellowy orange juice kind of shimmer. And of course you're getting the glitter. But really the rest of them, they're pretty close to Soul. So just keep that in mind if you're curious. Like I said, I'm addicted to getting all of these palettes and will continue to buy them unless they do another brown one, which I don't think they will. But I'll probably keep, I already bought the strawberry milkshake one. That should tell you something because I own the pink one and the main squeeze, and I don't know how much different strawberry milkshake is going to be, but I bought it anyways. I'm going to own all of them. So yeah, I hope that's helpful if you were kind of on the fence of whether or not you wanted to get the orange palette if you already owned the Soul palette. So if anything, I would say maybe just buy some orange singles from ColourPop if you already have the Soul palette. Or be like me and just fork over the $12 and get it just to have all of the monochromatic palettes. So yeah, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.